What's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. Hopefully everyone is doing well and having a great day so far. It is time now for the Saturday weather update for Saturday, November 30th, 2024. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is where I do the daily weather update on all things weather in the United States. Want to stay informed with what's going on and be in the know ahead of time? Just subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that notification bell and share this video with anyone you know. Alrighty, it has been an active period since our last video in a couple of places. We've had some weather events occur, one being that Clipper system that is headed through portions of Missouri right now and into the Ohio Valley. It has left a mess on the roadways. Take a look at this. You can see a snowy scene here in the St. Louis area. It has caused several accidents. Police, firefighters, medical services have had to respond to these. Yeah, it is not a good situation. Then we come over to Pennsylvania, where there was a really bad situation in northwest Pennsylvania and southwest New York from that lake effect snow. People got stranded on Interstate 90 last night. Fortunately, right now, 90 is looking better, but last night was just not good. It was cold, it was dark, snowy. Of course, it's always dark at nighttime, but snowy. People got stranded on the highways for multiple hours. It was just not a good situation, and a live look right now shows us that on I-90 in Northwest Pennsylvania. Oh, take a look at this. We do have, yeah, right where 90 splits off for Route 86 in Northwest Pennsylvania, we do have an accident that is still ongoing. Yeah, that's not going, but the good news is 90 itself, at least in Pennsylvania, from what I can see here. Look at this. The roadway is in much better shape than last night. The plows have been able to do their thing. They've plowed, they've salted. You can see here the snow has actually let up in this area. Erie, Pennsylvania did report over 30 inches of snow last time I checked. That was a while ago. They may have more. Now, here's a satellite picture for the United States. You can see in the northeast, there are some clouds. Lake effect snows are continuing in some places. Here's that storm system in the midsections of the United States. And here's what's left of that boundary in the southeast. It has, for the most part, exited Florida, but still some cloud cover across central and portions of southern Florida. All is quiet right now on the west coast of the United States. The winds, they continue to whip across the Great Lakes. They continue to go over those warm waters, which still provide some lake effect snow bands, which do continue today. I'll show you some amounts expected in just a little bit. St. Louis area, still some ongoing periods of light to steady snow, and it is going to continue to cause some travel problems. This system is going to continue eastward towards Louisville, Cincinnati, and West Virginia. You will get in on this as well. Be careful if you have to travel in that area. Up in the Great Lakes, we can see here, lake effect snows continue. Look just south of Buffalo, really heavy band. That's the band that was once over Erie. It has shifted northeast a little bit, but take a look back here to the west. There may be another band trying to head towards the Erie area. We'll keep our eyes on that. Up near Watertown, New York, you are just getting crushed with snow. North of Rochester, but Watertown is really getting crushed with heavy snowfall. And the rest of the Great Lakes, just some snow showers and flurries. A little bit more significant snows here in northern Michigan along I-75 at the moment. And we can see the rest of the United States, all is quiet. Just a few snow showers in Montana and just a few sprinkles off shore of California. That is not going to do much at all. Taking a look at the National Weather Service National Hazards Map, we can see winter weather advisories up for that small Clipper system moving through the Ohio Valley and southern portions of the Midwest. And lake effect snow warnings do continue along the Great Lakes, and even some winter storm warnings as well. Freeze warnings up for portions of Florida and Georgia and Alabama. Yes, it is going to get to near freezing there this evening. And taking a look out on the west coast, we do have freezing fog advisories across portions of Oregon, California, and Nevada. Taking a look at what is still expected for portions of New York State, and you can see here, Watertown, maybe close to another 40 inches of snow. We'll see. That does seem to be a little bit high, but This is additional snowfall, and let's see, what is this from? It is from 1 p.m. Saturday through 7 p.m. on Monday, and take a look back across southwest New York. Ripley, maybe another 25 inches for you, just only maybe a few inches for Buffalo. So, yeah, we'll continue to watch this, and you saw there on radar, and I will show you again that there are bands that continue to be ongoing in this area, and some of them are very heavy. Once you get up near Watertown, you can see here it is still ripping moderate to heavy snow there at the moment. Some totals so far, taking a look here from the National Weather Service in Buffalo, New York, and we can see here Rushford, New York is reporting 5 inches of snow at this time. Perrysburg, look at this, 33.6 inches of snow already, and in Jefferson County, New York, I hope I say this correctly, 4 miles northwest of Copenhagen, New York, 25.5 inches of snow so far. In Wyoming County, Arcade, New York, 13 inches of snow reported so far, and of course, there will be even more snowfall totals yet to come in. Nothing to report from the Storm Prediction Center for today. All is quiet there. Taking a look at the days 1 through 7 precipitation from the Weather Prediction Center does show we do have the threat of some precipitation over the next 7 days in Oregon and Washington, and look in the south. Yes, things have expanded a little bit now. We are seeing more precipitation show up along the Gulf Coast states, which includes Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, even portions of Alabama, western Georgia, and even a little further north into Arkansas. Some precipitation expected for you, and southeast Oklahoma. It's because there will be some disturbances that form under an area of high pressure. You can see some high precip maximum still expected across the Great Lakes, and that will be the case because of the lake effect snows. Taking a look now, we'll use the RGEM model for the shorter range, and you can see those lake effect snow bands will continue today across portions of the Great Lake, and really keep going into Monday as well. I'm noticing here this is the 6Z run. For some reason the 12Z run's not showing up, but this is actually not doing a bad job of showing that clipper system across Missouri, and you can see as I advance this, that little system does continue eastward. It does weaken a little bit, but take a look here across portions of Canada. That is a really vigorous lake effect snow band being shown. And look at Watertown, New York. Yeah, we're now into Sunday, and it is still ripping snow there. Eventually, we will see some of this push back towards the southeast progression once again as well. And we can see here, Erie, it does start to snow again Sunday night into Monday, and some of that could be significant, and that could continue into Tuesday before finally we start to see this weaken a little bit. But look at the end of the RGM. Another clipper. What does that mean? Well, maybe another increase in the flow of moisture as well. Let's take a look at one of the high-res models real quickly. And here's the FV3 model. And we can see that clipper system, which is going through Missouri. It makes its way through the Ohio Valley, but really it starts to fall off and loses its energy. And doing a quick zoom in the northeast for the Great Lakes, we can see here the lake effect snow bands do continue into Monday before they finally start to lose their punch. There may still be some snow showers, but the biggest of bands will have finally dissipated at that point. Taking a look at the further range now on the GFS, and I will show you that clipper system for later in the week, and there are some changes to that clipper system. Here it is right here. Look at that. Yeah, it's still in Canada on Wednesday, meaning it has shifted a little bit further north on the GFS model. In the west at this time, your temperatures are above average. Let's take a look at that. You can see here, across portions of California, you're seeing upper 60s in Southern California, and even 70s as well on Wednesday for some places. If you're up in the Pacific Northwest, temperatures are going to be in the 40s. You may not even make 50 in some cases. And in the east, the cold weather will continue. And watch what happens here as I advance this. You can see the cold air does start to come back in. Why? Because of this system right here. Here's that clipper system that I was talking about. And you can see it on the GFS, it has really shifted further north. Remember before it was cutting across the Ohio Valley and Pennsylvania? The GFS is further north with it at this time. Here's the Canadian. The Canadian is slightly more south with the same system. But again, even that, you can see here, it has trended a bit more north, I would say, from what it was showing on the previous runs. Now, we need to back this up for a second. As we head into, say, Wednesday and Thursday, take a look across portions of Texas, and even early on Tuesday, you can see that moisture starts to build, and eventually Wednesday into Thursday, it pushes more north, and does get into more of the Gulf Coast states, portions of Louisiana, portions of Alabama and Mississippi. You do get into some of that heavier precipitation, and we could see this occur several times. Now, you are seeing some wintry precipitation next weekend on the Canadian model. I wouldn't buy into that just yet. If it still shows up 3 days from now, then maybe that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. But the point being said here is there is going to be rounds of heavy rainfall for portions of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, maybe even western Alabama, and you do really need the rainfall in this area. You can see here, there are still some specks of drought showing up, so this would be beneficial rainfall for you should it happen. Taking a look now at the longer range on the GEFS, and we can see here, in the beginning of this run, we can see very cold in the east, and we can see ridging in the west. Eventually, things will get warmer. As we head into late next week, we can see that ridge will really start to build, and the peak of that warmth, believe it or not, will be in the Pacific Northwest. But at the same time, we will have a reinforcing shot of cold air in the east. That will last through next weekend before eventually changing a little bit. It's possible we do see in the longer range, as we head into the middle portion of December, look at this, a zonal flow is showing up on the GEFS. What does that mean? Air from the Pacific will travel across the United States, meaning perhaps maybe a little bit of a warm-up or a thaw mid to late month of December. But you know what? That is pretty far out. I have a feeling this will change on future runs. You know, just something to look at. A glimpse into a couple weeks out. So the key takeaway today, everything in a nutshell, that Clipper system that is in Missouri will continue east. It will lose its punch once it hits West Virginia. You will get some accumulating snow in higher elevations of West Virginia. Will not make it to the eastern coast, those states. It won't make it to the Atlantic coast. It's just going to fall apart. Lake effect snows are going to continue over the next couple of days, and there could be more travel problems with both of those systems. If you decide to travel today, be prepared. There could be some travel problems there. Everywhere else across the country is going to be fine for travel. And then as we head into the second part of the week, we watch as a Clipper system will come down into the northeast, and we'll watch as moisture builds in Texas and across portions of the Gulf Coast states. Florida, weather's looking great for you, and if you're in the West Coast, weather is looking great for you in this upcoming week. Alrighty, folks, that does it for today's weather update. We'll have another update again tomorrow. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, and leave your comments down below. I will see you all again tomorrow. Until I see you again tomorrow, have a fantastic Saturday afternoon, and thanks for watching.